Welcome back to Giants Mania. Today we're going to look at some of Kadarius Toney's film from I think this was all the 2020 season. If not, then I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it is. This is the All-22 version, which is much better. I have the other version with the broadcast view, so that's not as good. But here's a play. There's not much to go over here, but I want to go over all of his targets, or at least catchable targets. And Toney's right here in the slot. The guys on the outside are getting pressed. He's not, and it definitely helps, of course. But the route running here was pretty good. A little stutter step around this area. Corner fell for it. And he got by him by about a few steps. And Kyle Trask gave him a nice ball in stride, came down with it. Didn't break away for a touchdown, but we'll take that. Anytime you can get this amount of open, especially in the NFL, that is wide open. So, like what I saw right there, I don't think this angle will show as much, honestly, but we'll take a look at the catch point. Was he looking it in? Hopefully. Seems like he was. So, good job there by Toney. I mean, it wasn't the most tremendous route, but still, it fooled this corner enough. Bought him enough time to get past him, and Kyle Trask hit him in stride. So here we have Toney in this trips formation. He's the one on the bottom here, and he's going to run more of a post route kind of. And it's man coverage. This safety kind of stays with him, but then just stumbles a bit right there. So it's pretty much left with a one-on-one. Now Trask, I think, kind of underthrew this, but I will say, it's a tough throw because you have another safety back here who has his eyes on the ball. So if you throw it too far to the left, this guy is now in play for an interception. So you kind of have to put it up high around here, which is what he tries to do. But the corner has enough time to make a play on it. Luckily, it fell incomplete for their sake. But I don't really think Toney had a chance. And we'll look at it from this angle because I'm pretty sure the corner just gets his arm in there. And Toney just literally, he had no chance whatsoever to catch this ball. So I'm not going to be mad about that one. But it's hard to see when you do it like this. But yeah, you can see his left arm right in there. Toney had no chance whatsoever, so I can't really say that's his fault. Let's take a look at the separation on the route real quick and see if he could have done anything better. I would say probably not. They're kind of off by 5 or 6 yards. He does get by his guy very quickly, and the safety stumbles. So he kind of hesitates, but I do feel like Trask underthrew that ball at the same time. Right there. He could have broke away right here. I don't know, this guy might have grabbed him too. That's something else to watch out for, but I don't know. Wasn't the best throw. Could have broke away a bit more, but it is what it is. It was a tough throw regardless, just not the right play at the right time is what I would chalk that one up to. All right, so before we get into this play, leave a like if you enjoy because I want to make more of these. So if you guys leave a thumbs up, I'll know to make more of these for the rest of the Giants draft picks. We got Azeez Ojulari, Aaron Robinson, and the rest of the guys. Even some undrafted guys I have to get to at some point. I have not watched them yet, but I will. I'm planning on doing it at some point, just don't know when. But here we go again. So we have the trips up top, 2 receivers down here, 5 wide, man coverage from LSU. This is Toney's guy right here. This is Toney. So it's kind of like a delayed in route basically, but a really nice route ran. He does stay with him. Not much separation, but Trask with a good throw. It's only a 5-yard game, but as I said, I want to go over pretty much every target. And this really displayed how good his hands are because I showed you guys that Senior Bowl video. He dropped 2 easy balls, and that's not really who Kadarius Toney is. I'll put this up here for you guys. So I'll slow it down. Here's Trask. Here's Toney. No separation, but really good ball placement. Put it in a place where only Toney can get it. And it looks like it's a one-handed catch, but these are 2 hands or just simultaneous parallel. That's 2 hands out there. It's a great catch. I mean, that's basically below his knee, somehow hangs onto it, tries to spin out of it, but this guy does a good job of getting him to the ground. We know how good Toney is after the catch, and they do get him for no gain after that. But still, it's really a nice display of how good his hands are. I mean, he's had very little drops in his career, and this is an example of it right there. All right, so here's a play where they put him in the backfield, and it's a very, very fun play to go over right here. So Toney's right here. They got 7 guys. I think the rule is 7 guys on the line. So Toney's off the line. They send him in the backfield, and it's going to be an inside handoff, and he just makes a lot out of nothing. There's one guy to get away from here. Pretty much breaks a tackle there, gets out of that one, breaks another one, and that goes for 20 more yards than it probably should have. There's a lot to go over here, I feel like. So sends him in the backfield. I'll put this down here, so we'll go over it slowly. He's going to get away from this guy. I don't know if I would consider this one a broken tackle or not. Maybe, yeah. Oh, his right leg was kind of wrapped up there. Then has the wherewithal to just plant that left leg, spin away from this guy. This is just crazy. All right, and he gets away from him, gets away from another arm tackle, gets away from another arm tackle, and then like 10 yards down the field they get him. So like this guy is just absolutely crazy. There's no doubt that after the catch, well, it's not even after the catch, but in the open field with the ball in his hands, this guy is insane. And this is why he's compared to Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara has the crazy balance, can break tackles. This guy is the same way. So Kadarius Toney is just the type of guy you need to get the ball in his hands as many times as possible. And whether it's via the handoff like this, or whether it's just like a sweep play, or just getting him the ball via the pass like usual, getting the ball in his hands is definitely a good thing for the Giants offense going forward. So here he is in the backfield again. This is like a wheel route, just goes up the left sideline here. This is his man, I believe, the linebacker. And it's really good ball placement by Trask, I will say that first. And I've had my concerns about, Toney on contested catches. This is a good one. It's not like the most difficult catch in the world, but it's good body control, and it shows good hands, and it's a contested catch nonetheless. So take a look from this angle. I'll slow it down real quick. Ball's right around there. So high points it very nicely. Linebackers on him. I do consider that a contested catch for sure. Takes a hit right here from one of the safeties. Luckily he was okay, but yeah, it's a good catch. I mean, there's not much going on in this play, obviously, but still. Looks back for it at the right time. No, he probably knows he's going to take a hit too, because he knows based on the angle, this is his guy. This is where the ball's going to be. It's just you're going to get hit. I think he knows that, and this guy has a lot of toughness and goes up to get it regardless. So we find him in the backfield again right here. It's going to be like an out route after the 5 yards, probably like right around the 40. He goes out to the bottom of the screen, has a man on him once again, late to react. Now right here, he could have kept going and went out of bounds, but we know Kadarius Toney is fine taking hits as long as he gets extra yards, and this is exactly what he does. He starts about the 39, and let's see where he ends up at. And we guys can see, almost stumbles there, breaks out of that one somehow, and gets down at like the 20. So he picks up, 19, 18 yards right there? Like, that's very impressive. We'll see from this angle exactly the forced missed tackles he had. And this, I don't know if it's a linebacker. I guess it is. I don't know. It could be a safety. I don't even know. But he is just so concerned with him. Like, he is just flat-footed, doesn't even know what to do with Toney. He has 4 yards-ish of separation right there. Then cuts it back in, says, all right, I could beat this guy. I could beat that guy. Now, he stumbled right before there. Now, look at this one. This is the one where this guy thought he had a shot on him. But look how he plants his left leg and gets right by him, barely even touched. And as I said, picks up an extra 18 yards from where he caught the ball. So they bunch up the receivers again. It's pretty much the same thing. It's either like the slot guy in a bunch set or in the backfield. This time he's right here. Man coverage, 1 safety, 2 safeties, but this is the only guy that really comes into play here. He's going to run like a very deep corner route, I guess you can call it, or deep crosser, whatever you want to call this one. But the separation here is key. Now I want to say, maybe, just maybe, this corner was distracted because you can see him trying to fix his mouthpiece, and the play starts, and oh crap, his mouthpiece is still out. So maybe that's the problem. But this is like the thing with Kadarius Toney. This corner right here, probably a fast guy. I don't know who this is. Someone let me know in the comments. I could look up who he is after this. But Kadarius Toney was a 4.39 guy at his pro day, right? But he's probably like a low 4.4 type of guy. I don't really trust these pro days, honestly. But he is so quick. Like, the quickness for him is crazy, how he shoots out of a cannon, and he gets by his guy so quickly. Now, whether it's the mouthpiece distraction or him just being very explosive, I think it's more of him being very explosive. Like, you see right there, he kind of takes that one step and then bam. Like, he just goes full speed right there. This safety's late reacting, has about 3-ish yards separation on both guys, maybe 4 on him. And Trask lays out a very good pass. I don't know why that went back to the beginning, my fault. But, all right, so back from the top. Here we go. So Toney's about to catch it, comes down with it, and almost scored. Safety had the angle on him, but that's just a really good route by him. Once again, getting the separation. It was a good play, dragged some of the linebackers down. And that's a lot of separation. Let's see if he looks it in. And kind of, sort of. He didn't catch it, though, which is fine. So, yeah, a big gain for him right there. I don't know who this is. I want to look him up real quick. I'll let you guys know what his actual speed is if he ran a 40 after this. But the separation is very impressive, I will say. It was a good route, got himself the separation, and I think Daniel Jones is very capable of making that throw for the Giants. So that LSU safety was Dwight McGlothern. I don't know who that is. I've told you guys I don't follow college football religiously, but I'd have to assume they're not going to have some Joe Schmo off the street play for LSU at cornerback, so I would assume very highly touted prospect. But here's Toney in a game against Ole Miss. Now we're going to look at a couple of run blocking snaps. I tweeted this one out before. His run blocking impressed me. Like, for a guy who is, I don't know, what is he, 5'10 or something, 5'11 maybe, and just around 200 pounds, he's a really good run blocker. Like that is like this is him right here. I'll start from the top for you guys real quick, but look how he engages, locks the arms right, just like in your face, and keeps the legs driving. Eventually, he gets his guy throws him off him, but his effort in run blocking is tremendous, and I think that is something the Giants, Joe Judge, Dave Gettleman, like that's right up their alley. That's something they will look for in a wide receiver. Sterling Shepard is very good at it. I don't really know what type of run blocker Kenny Golladay is. I can look into that for you guys, but that is really good effort right there by Kadarius Toney. So here's Toney as the guy in motion. He kind of like stops on top of the left tackle. He's more of like an inline blocker, which is just crazy for a wide receiver. Once again, at 5'11", and I think it was 195. I just looked it up. But he can take on this edge guy right here. I mean, like the size differential has to be pretty crazy here, but just full effort. Like, I'm going to give it my all. And, like, he does a pretty good job. Like, the guy does not disengage with him, like, this entire play. He brings him to the ground. I know, like, technically he got Toney to the ground, but still, like, just to keep him distracted enough to get him away. And they tried this, like, quarterback draw here, which I think went for a touchdown. Looks like it. But, this edge player couldn't even disengage from Kadarius Toney, which is awesome. Like, I don't know who taught this guy to block, but the effort's there. And, like, with some more coaching, it could be even better. Like, sometimes he gets thrown off real quick, but then there's other times where his blocking looks really good. So it's definitely there. He wants to be a good blocker, it looks like, and I definitely love seeing that. So hopefully we see him help Saquon Barkley and some of the other wide receivers blocking downfield. So I'm sure as most of you have, I've seen a bunch of Kadarius Toney highlights in the past few days, obviously, whether it's like the Giants Instagram account, Twitter accounts, and whatnot, YouTube highlights, and this probably is my favorite highlight. Luckily, I picked the game where he does it, and this is one where he's in motion, quarterback hands it off to him, meets a guy in the hole right away, meets this safety or corner, whatever he is, and like Kadarius Toney's like, all right, I can go around this guy, or I can just go right through him. And look at him, lowers his shoulder, gets him on the ground. Now he stumbles a lot, Kadarius Toney, but has great balance, always finds a way to stay on his feet, and somehow breaks away. Now this is why I can't compare. I'm going to say this is kind of a negative, but it's not really a negative because this play is awesome. But this is why I can't compare him to like Tyreek Hill and whatnot, because Tyreek Hill's breaking this for a touchdown. Now, I think this guy's the one that catches him, but when you have like a yard or two, like basically 2 yards of separation, you should be able to break this one for a touchdown. But as I've said before, and I said this before the draft on Twitter, I think somebody asked me like why I wasn't the biggest Toney guy before the draft, is like his quickness does not match his top end speed. His top end speed, it's good, but it's not like the most impressive. Like this is one where a guy should break away for a touchdown, especially for the explosiveness that Kadarius Toney has. It's not the biggest negative, but like, we've seen Odell Beckham, for instance, he would break this away for a touchdown. Tyreek Hill would break this away for a touchdown. Some of the more tremendous speed guys in the NFL would break this away for a touchdown. But I don't think Odell Beckham is doing this. I don't think they're lowering their shoulder. I don't think Tyreek Hill is doing that either. So there's things that they can't do that he does, and things that they do that he can't does. But still, Kadarius Toney is very talented, as we know, so I do wish he broke that for a touchdown, but there is so much impressive stuff going on in this play, and this angle will show it even more. So here it is, just a quick cut inside, could have went outside more, decides to break it in. He doesn't care if there's a guy right here. Look, and it just puts his shoulder down. He didn't even get like lower, which this guy got lower on defense, but he found a way to just put him into the ground. Even got part of his leg. He got away from that. Like, his balance is insane. I just cannot believe it. And then finds a way. I don't know what this guy was doing, but he breaks away, stays on his feet, and then it's a foot race. And unfortunately, he got caught. But still, like, that is such an impressive play from a guy who, once again, is not even 200 pounds as he listed. So, I mean, just insane balance, and I am very excited to see him do this stuff in a Giants uniform. Like, it's going to get me out of my seat. He's a very exciting player, and if he's breaking tackles like this and doing stuff like this after the catch and just in open space, it is going to be very fun to watch. So here's one where admittedly the angle is not that good, but we'll try to use our imaginations here. But here's Kadarius Toney once again, the trip set. This is all Florida does apparently, but I've noticed Kadarius Toney does this a lot. He stops right. You can see this, the quick curl. Now, I don't know if this is a product of the offense or something he likes to do, but he's going to sit down right here, acts like he's going to sit down right here, and then breaks it inside. Like, he does like a lot of those hesitation type things and then finds him over the middle. So I don't know if that's like him. It looks like a linebacker on him. That guy's way too big to be a corner. But, once again, finds a way to basically put his head down after the catch and get away from two guys, basically. Head down, knocks him over, gets that guy to slip off. He gets him eventually, but picks up an extra, I don't know how many yards that was, maybe an extra 4-ish yards, not bad. But once again, like the route running, it's not that bad. It's not consistent, unfortunately. Like here it is again, and we can't really see what happens beyond here, but still, He finds a way to get open. I know it's a linebacker, but after the catch is just ridiculous. Picks up the extra yardage after lowering his shoulder. So this was another really awesome play. Now this is him right here. This actually reminds me, I'll just let it play real quick. Watch the spin move he does right here on this route. This reminds me of an Odell Beckham play. So if you Giants OGs, actually not even OGs, this was like 5 years ago, but it was a Giants-Bengals game. The replay is even better, but it was a Giants-Bengals game, Monday Night Football in 2016, the Giants' good season with the 11 wins, and Odell ran a similar route. Now, it wasn't the end zone, so I'll paint the picture. So they were like on like the 10-yard line or so. I think it was a third down play. Odell kind of sat down right here, did like a spin move, and then had an open touchdown and fooled the hell out of the corner, whether it was Drake Kirkpatrick or Adam Jones, whoever it was. But he got a touchdown out of it. It reminds me of that route, kind of. Now he's going in more of like a drag route or a slant out of it, but still. They show you the route, kind of acts like he's going out, spins off, and then goes back inside. And the cornerback just had no idea what was coming. And it's awesome. Like, that is like 4-ish yards, 3-ish yards of separation. Picks up the first down, yards after catch. Like, I don't know how many times he's going to be doing this type of route in the NFL, but just to know he has this in like his repertoire is pretty impressive, honestly. So I love that route. This is one of the favorite plays I saw from him from these 2 games I was watching. All right, so here's one where the camera angle was trash. You really can't see much, but I will say, I guess he found a way to get open here. This was the guy that was on him. He has, 12 yards off him, basically. I don't know if it was that much. 11 yards. I don't know. But he was off him by a lot. And there's just a bunch of underneath guys. There's no, like, deep safeties or anything like that. So it's basically just one-on-one out here. He runs, like, a post route, basically. And, yeah, that's just an easy pitch and catch type thing. I don't think they showed a replay. No, just some celebration stuff. But, yeah, unfortunately, no replay. But you can imagine that he probably had a good, like, out and in type move. And probably did it around the goal line. And Trask had a really good protection there. Toney with a nice catch. So, yeah, we couldn't see much more of that, unfortunately, but that was a nice play. I wanted to put that touchdown in there, but I do wish I saw the type of route he ran, when it was off the screen. All right, so here's the final play, I believe. It's kind of tricky to, stick with here. Just bear with me because there's, like, a run play here. And then, yeah, it comes out of, like, this not commercial, but, like, a replay. So it's going to come out of here. And right there. All right, so Tony's going to get like a swing pass. There's going to be some blockers out here. Now, this kind of just displays his physicality as a player, and I love players like this. Now, unfortunately, Toney did have a shoulder injury a couple years back, and I do hope that this never turns into like, like I love guys that play physical, but I hope like he doesn't get injured on an avoidable play like this. So he easily could have just ran out right here after the first down marker, but decides to just stay in and lower his shoulder. But I do love players with that type of like mentality, so I'm not going to hate that. I just hope he stays healthy. But yeah, so that pretty much displays his toughness as a player. I love that. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. I think we had about 14 or 15 plays from the 2 games I watched. So yeah, leave a like, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll do videos for Ojulari and the rest of the draft class coming up. I do have some Ojulari videos saved, so if you guys enjoyed this format, then let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I have a just an overall draft reaction coming out at some point, but I do want to watch more of the day 3 guys. I didn't watch much of the running back we got. I didn't watch much of the cornerback we got, who apparently I heard is 25 years old, which is not what you want to see, but he is a good player, it looked like, so we'll see the more I look into him. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time.